Hello my fellow working class heroes, good day. I'm Carlo and welcome to Carlo Excels. These are the objectives of this episode. Today we're gonna talk about the basic time functions, which are the now function, the hour, the minute, the second, and the time functions. We're gonna talk about their definitions and their basic applications. First, let's have the now function. The now function returns the serial number of the current date and time. For the now function, the function name is now, and for the function arguments, there are actually none. If you were here during our previous episode where we talked about the basic date functions, we dealt with the today function. If you remember, the today function if you do the today function is going to return the current date today. The primary difference between the today function and the now function is this. The today function only gives you the current date. However, the now function not only gives you the current date, it also gives you the current time. Let's try the now function. So let's press the equal sign and then let's call out the function name, which is now. And once again, because the now function does not have any function argument, so we just press open and close parentheses like so, and then we press enter. You will notice that the now function gives us back both the date data and the time data. So you'll see here, February 13, 2022, 1:56. That is because I am recording this video on February 13, 2022 at 1:56 a.m. Because it is date and time data, we can actually, of course, change the formatting of this. So let's right click and press format cells. So here, we can have a custom date and time. So I am going to choose date and time, which has both the date and the time like here, like so. So we have here February 13, 2022, 1:56 a.m. The beauty of the now function is that it will update its own time and date whenever the Excel sheet updates itself. Whenever the Excel sheet recalculates, this will change depending on the current date and time. And once again, just like the today function, the date and time that will display here is based on your system settings. So let's try that. Let's enter data into another cell and then we press enter so that Microsoft Excel recalculates the whole sheet. And when we press enter, you will notice that the time has changed from 1:56 a.m. to 1:59 a.m. because as of this moment, the time right now, as I'm recording this, is 1:59 a.m. So because the now function deals with both date and time data, you can actually extract data from it using the month, the day, the weekday, and the year functions, just like what we learned from the previous episode. So let's try that. Month function, referring to this, and you get a return value of 2 over here. If we try the day function, like this, you get 13, which is the day today. If you get the weekday function, like so, weekday, and then refer to this, you get a value of 1 because February 13, 2022 is a Sunday. And then if you get the year, using the year function, like so, then you get 2022. Next, let's look at the hour function. The hour function returns the hour of a time value. The hour is given as an integer ranging from 0, which is 12 o'clock a.m., to 23, which is 11 o'clock p.m. For the hour function, the function name is hour, and for the function arguments, we only have one, the time value data. Let's try out the hour function. So we have here, press the equal sign, call out the function name, like so, hour, and then you can either manually input time here, or you can simply click on cell reference with time and time data. So let's press that and then close parenthesis, press enter. It gives back a value of 2, which is of course the hour of 2 o'clock a.m. Next, we have the minute function. Easy enough to understand. Returns the minutes of a time value. The minute is given as an integer ranging from 0 to 59. For the minute function, the function name is minute, and for the function arguments, again, we only have one, the time value data. So if the hour function gives you the hour, the minute function gives you the minute. So let's try calling out the function name, minute, like so, open parenthesis. And once again, you can enter time value here manually, or you can simply click on cell reference with time data, like this. So press enter and you get 4 because today, right now is 2:04 a.m. and the minute value there is 4. Next, we have the second function. Returns the seconds of a time value. The second is given as an integer in the range of 0 to 59. For the second function, the function name is second, and once again, for the function arguments, you only have one, the time value data. So if the hour function gives you hours in time data, and the minute function gives you the minutes in time data, well, the second function gives you the seconds in time data. So first, let me change the formatting of this so that we can see the seconds of the time. So let's try here. Let's show the seconds like so. So right now it's 2:04:58 a.m. So 2 minutes, 4 seconds and 58. So 2 hours, 4 minutes and 58 seconds. So let's try the second function here. Second. And then once again, we can put in manually a time data, and then we can click on this here. So when we press enter, time has already changed. So right now, time is 2:07:41 a.m. and the second function gives back the seconds in the time data. And the last function for this episode, we have the time function. The time function returns the decimal number for a particular time. For the time function, the function name is time, and for the function arguments, it's looking for hours, minutes, and seconds. Let's use the time function. So let's press the equal sign, call out the function name just like so, and then press the open parenthesis. Now you can see here, it's looking for its arguments. First, it's looking for the hours data, and then the minutes data, and then the seconds data. So if we press here, for example, 13 for our hour data, and then let's press here for our minute data, let's say 3, and then for our second data, let's say 54, and then close parenthesis, and then press enter, you will notice that because we called out 13, and then 3, and then 54, the time now reads 1:03 p.m. And this is time value data. In fact, we can click on format cells and then change the time formatting. So we can see here 1:03:54 p.m., which is 13 hours, 3 minutes, and 54 seconds. Of course, the nice and useful thing about the time function is that it can use cell references and even formulas to establish time data. So, say for example, instead of using constants, just like what we did a while ago, instead of using solid numbers here, we can set the hour argument into a cell reference. Let's put it here on cell D10. Let's put the minutes data. Let's put the minutes as a cell reference to cell E10, and then the seconds as a reference to cell F10, like so. So right now, because the hours, minutes, and seconds cells are 0 because they're blank, this is 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. You will see that the time function returns 0 hours, 0 minutes, and 0 seconds. So therefore, it is showing exactly 12 o'clock a.m. So let's say, for example, let's set the hours data to, let's say, 15, and then minutes data to 15, and then seconds data to 15. So you'll now notice that 15 hours, 15 minutes, and 15 seconds has now translated into the time value data of 3:15 p.m. and 15 seconds. If we change the hours data, by the way, if we change the hours data to a value that is greater than 24, say let's say for example 28, you will notice that Microsoft Excel will automatically jump the time to 24. It will remove 1 day, 24 hours from the 28 and then take the extra. That is why you have 4:15 a.m., which Microsoft Excel presumes to be the next day. But one important thing to note about the time function is this is just time value. This is not time and date value. In fact, if I change the formatting of this and then I change this to include both date and time, let's say for example here, both date and time, you will notice that it says January 0, 1900, 4:15 a.m. That is because, once again, the time function only returns time data. It does not return date data. So even though I showed you the time functions, these are mainly just for display, not necessarily for calculations. There are other tricks and strategies to calculating time in Microsoft Excel, and we're probably going to do it in another episode. So once again, please subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss that episode when it comes. So that's it for the basic time functions, meaning the hour, the minute, the second, and the time functions of Microsoft Excel. Once again, I am Carlo, and this is Carlo Excels. Thank you very much for watching.